Hello and welcome to another AIC Productions video. This is just going to be a real quick one on my Mazda B4000 truck. It got new tires on it and wheels. It's been about a week and a half now that I got these on here, almost 2 weeks. And I did it because the previous tires were pretty dry rotted. The fronts were two tires that were off of my XJ, if you guys remember that. And so they were pushing 5.5, almost 6 years old. And the rears were still okay, but I wanted a match pair of tires. It makes things like rotations and things like that a lot easier because I took it in my truck in to get the tires rotated because at one point paid to have it done at Discount Tire. So they do it for free. I was going to have them rotate and rebalance them. That was the other thing. I was going to have them rebalance tires. They wouldn't do it because the fronts were too old. And they said there was too much liability for them, which I'll accept. So I got these tires. These are Milestar Patagonia's MTs. Now, why did I get these tires? Number one reason I got these tires is because they were cheap. They were very inexpensive. They were the cheapest tires that I could reasonably get. I could have gotten some other cheaper tires, but most of the ones that were cheaper were either just regular like touring tires of a really no-name brand, while the Milestars are, I wouldn't call them a no-name, but you know, they're a smaller brand, at least here in the US. They actually have been around a long time. I want to say since like the 60s, maybe the 70s. So they've been around a while. They're a Korean tire, so they're not new to the market. They're not a Chinese tire company, and so they've been around. They make a lot of passenger car tires. Their truck tires are a newer product. They've had an AT tire for a while that people really liked. Also, these tires have gotten a really good reviews online, and so I thought I'd give them a go. I'll give them a try. Now, the biggest thing with my truck is it gets so few miles that these tires are going to dry rot long before I wear them out. At least that's been my experience so far with this truck. Is I just am not going to put the miles on it for the tire life in that way. But I wanted a more aggressive tire. I do take this truck off-road. I have some camping trips coming up here in the next couple of weeks. So I wanted a little bit more aggressive tire on there than just a touring tire. I don't daily drive this car, and so I was okay with getting a more aggressive tire. And surprisingly, these are actually, now I only have about 150 miles on them, but they're very quiet. I was expecting them to be a lot noisier with how aggressive the tread is on them. I've bought fairly aggressive tread on truck tires before, and they are pretty noisy. I mean, they're a noisy tire. They're the more aggressive the tread, the noisier they are. And these are not quiet, but they're very quiet for a mud terrain style tire. Very happy with that. They ride very nice and smooth. Of course, I'm comparing it to what I had on here, which were very old, dry rotted tires. But comparatively, they're very quiet, very smooth. They track well. They don't tram line like my previous tires were doing. So far in the 150 miles I've had them, very happy with them. Like I said, I have a camping trip coming up and do some off-roading in them. So I'll have some more experience with them here fairly soon. The weather has finally started to cool down, and so I feel comfortable going out into the desert, do some off-roading. So I'll definitely be doing that here fairly soon. So if you have any questions and want to know some more about these tires, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Like I said, this is just an initial look at them. Only had them 150 miles, but I love them. As far as the wheels, these are Pro Comp wheels. They're an alloy. I got them on Amazon. They're like 85, 86 bucks a piece with free shipping. I just like the way they looked. I love black wheels on a white truck. So the factory wheels that were on the truck were actually really nice wheels, but they were pretty rough. They needed some work, some polishing and stuff. And it would actually cost me more to get those tires refinished than it was just to buy a new set of, more to get those wheels refinished than it was to just buy a new set of wheels. And so that's what I did. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.